Hello friends, welcome to Book Blinks. Today we are going to explain The Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel. This book teaches us valuable lessons about managing money, understanding financial behavior, and making smarter financial decisions. Let's dive into the story of Anand Singh, a corporate professional struggling with his finances, who finds this book and transforms his life by applying its principles. Stay with us till the end and don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the bell icon so you won't miss any new book summaries. Anand Singh was a hardworking professional in a reputed company. Despite earning a decent salary, he found himself struggling with his finances. At the end of every month, he was left wondering where all his money had gone. Unpaid bills piled up, unnecessary expenses drained his account, and financial stress kept him awake at night. One evening, frustrated and lost, he went for a walk to clear his mind. As he strolled past a bookstore, his eyes landed on The Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel. Something about the title intrigued him. Desperate for a change, he bought the book and decided to give it a shot. That night, he started reading. Chapter 1: No One's Crazy. Anand realized that everyone sees money differently based on their experiences. He had been raised in a middle-class family where saving was prioritized, but in his corporate environment, colleagues splurged on expensive gadgets and vacations. This contrast confused him, leading him to follow others instead of understanding his own relationship with money. That night, Anand reflected on his financial habits and decided to build a system that aligned with his own goals rather than others' expectations. Chapter 2: Luck and Risk. Anand always admired rich entrepreneurs, thinking their success was purely due to intelligence and hard work. This chapter opened his eyes to the role of luck and risk. He realized that just as luck plays a role in success, risk is always present in financial decisions. Inspired, Anand started acknowledging the risks in his own spending habits and took a cautious approach when making financial choices. He learned that wealth isn't only about making the right moves, but also about avoiding critical mistakes. Chapter 3: Never Enough. Anand often felt that no matter how much he earned, it was never enough. This mindset pushed him to chase promotions and better salaries, yet he never felt satisfied. The book taught him that recognizing enough is key to financial happiness. He set clear financial goals and stopped comparing his income with his peers. This newfound realization helped him focus on building financial security instead of endlessly chasing more. Chapter 4: Confounding Compounding. One of Anand's biggest mistakes was not saving or investing early. He had always assumed that small savings wouldn't make a difference. This chapter made him understand the power of compounding. He immediately opened an investment account and started setting aside a fixed amount every month, even if it was small. He also looked into retirement funds and systematic investment plan SIPs to maximize long-term gains. Chapter 5: Getting Wealthy versus Staying Wealthy. Anand had taken financial risks in the past, buying expensive gadgets on credit, investing in stocks without research, and spending on luxury items to impress others. This chapter taught him that staying wealthy requires a different approach: humility, patience, and caution. He decided to cut unnecessary expenses and build an emergency fund. Anand realized that true financial security wasn't about how much he made, but how much he could keep and grow over time. Chapter 6: Tails. You win. Anand realized that a few good financial decisions could change his entire future. He started focusing on identifying the right investment opportunities instead of trying to chase every small gain. He became patient and started thinking long-term. He also started reading about successful investors who built wealth by making a few great choices rather than frequent, high-risk trades.
Chapter 7: Freedom. The ultimate goal of money is freedom. Anand always thought wealth was about having expensive things. Now he saw it differently. True wealth meant having the flexibility to make choices without financial stress. He decided to prioritize savings and investments that would eventually give him financial independence. He started reducing debt and allocating funds towards passive income sources. Chapter 8: Man in the Car Paradox. Anand often felt envious of colleagues who drove luxury cars. But this chapter taught him that people don't admire the car owner, they admire the car. He realized he had been spending to impress others rather than for his own happiness. From that day, he stopped making purchases for status and focused on financial security. He shifted his spending to things that truly improved his quality of life, rather than flashy symbols. Chapter 9. Wealth is what you don't see. Anand learned that true wealth isn't about flashy items, it's about savings and investments that provide long-term security. He started tracking his finances and took pride in his growing savings rather than material possessions. Instead of trying to show wealth, he focused on silently building it. Chapter 10. Save money. Anand had always believed that high income was the key to financial security. This chapter taught him that savings matter more than earnings. He started living below his means and built a habit of saving aggressively. He automated his savings, ensuring that a portion of his income was set aside before he could spend it. Chapter 11. Reasonable, rational finance isn't just about numbers, it's about emotions too. Anand realized he didn't need to make perfect decisions, he just needed to make reasonable ones. He started keeping some cash reserves, even if it wasn't the most optimal decision, simply because it gave him peace of mind. He accepted that emotions play a role in financial decisions and designed a system that balanced logic with personal comfort. Chapter 12. Surprise. The future is unpredictable, and financial markets are full of surprises. Instead of trying to predict the future, focus on being adaptable. Prepare for unexpected events by maintaining a diversified and conservative financial strategy. Chapter 13. Room for error. Always build a margin of safety into financial planning. Don't rely on best-case scenarios, plan for setbacks because they will happen. Keeping a financial buffer can make the difference between surviving a downturn and facing financial ruin. Chapter 14. You'll change. People's financial goals evolve over time. Decisions made today may not align with future needs. It's crucial to remain flexible and adapt your financial plan as your priorities shift. Chapter 15. Nothing's free. Every financial gain has a cost, even if it's not immediately visible. The fee for big investment returns is volatility and uncertainty. Understanding this cost helps investors stay patient during market downturns. Chapter 16. You and me. Different people have different financial goals and risk tolerances. A day trader and a long-term investor will have opposing strategies. Understanding your own objectives and not being swayed by others' actions is key to making sound financial decisions. Chapter 17. The seduction of pessimism. Bad news grabs attention more than good news, making pessimism seem more rational than optimism. However, history shows that economies and markets tend to recover and grow over time. A balanced outlook is essential. Be cautious, but not overly pessimistic. Chapter 18. When you'll believe anything. People believe financial myths that align with their desires or fears. Be skeptical of easy money schemes and financial advice that sounds too good to be true. Chapter 19. All together now. Good financial behavior isn't about making perfect decisions. It's about avoiding major mistakes, saving consistently, and investing for the long term. Small, smart choices add up over time. Chapter 20. The Confession. Morgan Housel shares his personal approach to money. He saves aggressively, values financial independence over luxury, and follows simple investment strategies. His core message is that money is a tool for living life on your own terms. Months later, Anand looked back at his old life and felt proud of how far he had come. His unpaid bills were a thing of the past, his savings were growing, and most importantly, he was happy and in control. Thanks to the psychology of money, he had gained not just financial wisdom, but also a sense of freedom and confidence. That's it for today's summary of the psychology of money. If you found these insights useful, please like, subscribe, and click the bell icon so you won't miss any new book summaries. See you next time.